Okay, here we go. It's the pyramid of wealth. Now, you know what? The pyramid of wealth is unfinished. This is hood style pyramid of wealth. Fucking anarchy. So, first, this is all I got started because basically I'm hella broke. I'm a broke nigga. So, I mean, I'm not that broke. But, actually. But at the same time, I'm still a broke nigga compared to most motherfuckers. So, in order to get up the chain, you gotta look and check this thing out. This is some real shit, homie. Okay, so get ready. Alright, so bottom starts out. When you start out at the bottom, that means like you're on the streets, homie. Like here, let me see. Let's get my handy dandy marker over here. And we're gonna be like, you homeless. Period. At the bottom. This is the yeah. Gotta make sure it's actually at the bottom. I'm gonna redirect this to the bottom. Okay, so that's the bottom. That's the bottom. There's many levels of the bottom. The bottom is a long walk up. Just remember when you're at the bottom, you're gonna do a lot of walking. Cause you're at the fucking bottom. It's the worst place to be. You wanna fucking be there. It's easier to be at the top. Duh. So anyway, you already fucking know that. You already know that. So the second thing, you homeless. Okay? That's the bottom of the fucking pyramid. Of course, there's gotta be a stupid pyramid like the one on the fucking dollar bill. No wonder why. Now, job, food, home. Okay, that's the first start. Okay? See, hopefully we can kind of figure this out now. Okay? So, I started here at the fucking bottom. I used to sleep on a bus. Like I'm that, you know, I'm like made to like I used to do it every day, but I have slept on buses, subways, and other places for short periods of time in the midst of hopping from place to place in my little homeless with my little homeless ass when I was younger. And then as I started to get a little older, I started to get a little more crafty and figure out how to survive and how to live like an adult, you know, basically would when I was young. So, basically, let's look at this. Start at the bottom and you take your long fucking walk all the way to here, okay? And when you're at the bottom of the pyramid, you start here. First thing you want to try to get is probably this. You know, most of the time, if you need, you can get this from somebody else. Usually they'll be helpful, and usually people are pretty helpful, and the government in America is very fucking helpful when it comes to that. If you don't spend it on dope or sell it back to somebody else for $50 like a dumbass, like some people do. Anyway, so I never did that, by the way. Never did that. Only on one occasion it was for somebody else that I loved. I mean, sometimes you gotta sell your food stamps for somebody that you love. Now, you go to this part right here, job. Okay, once you get one of them, if you talk most of the time, I'm gonna tell you the easiest way to get one of them. The best way to get one of them is first thing, wake your ass up early in the fucking morning for a week straight before you even go looking. Just so you get used to getting ready to get up. Because I want you to be ready to take that job the day you walk up for it to get it. Then, when you walk up for the job, I want you to walk up to that shit. Here, let me take a deep breath here. Back up. And remember that you're at this level. This is the level you're at. Alright? Because you ain't at my level right now. You're at your level and I'm trying. I was at your level. And I'm trying to help you get to my level. Sounds fucked up, but it is what it is. So, you know what? Let's just keep going. So basically, you want to get this job, you walk up there ready to, like, you're like ready to work that day. You go up there and you walk up there like you're ready to work. Now, that's actually that's actually more of the smaller part. The bigger part is you have to know all the people you know. You have to go through all of them and talk to all of them and say, "Hey everybody, I'm looking for a job. Hey everybody, I'm looking for a job. I'm looking for a job. Looking for a job." And I want you to just practice that on those people, because you're going to do that with everybody that you see from now on until you get a job. And then once you get a job, then you're going to move on to this thing. Home. First place I would look for, like, ideally, there are like little bars and stuff that you can get rooms above, and that's pretty sick because it's pretty cheap probably. And then you might have to share a bathroom or something, but you can just bring some Clorox spray and keep your shit clean, and you're good. Know your neighbors, and if your neighbors are clean, you're cool. But you step it up from there, do whatever, keep working, and if you want to be half of a dope fiend and have a job, have food, have a home, and be half of a dope fiend, go do that. Go be half a dope fiend and have a job, food, and a home. Because I know, like, fucking a lot of people do that. But if you want to be, I'm not gonna say that. If you want to be, all right, let's do. You want to be, if you want to live in the example of someone better than that, then you probably want to think about what you're doing and say, okay, let me strategize. And then from there, okay, I'll make it easy. This shit makes it easy. This is like dumb easy. Like, I'm breaking it down dumb easy for you. Like, most people gotta find, like, kind of gotta, like, do a natural process of learning shit, because you're kind of like cut out, but I'm putting you in. So get ready. Now, second level, car learning. Okay, that should be the second thing for sure, because you know why? Because that is like it's like a key to unlock shit that gets you on the speedy route to happiness, and not the slow hard route where you're just working a lot for nothing. So the first thing you want to do is you want to hop out that job, get yourself a nice little place to hold your shit down, because you gotta wipe your own ass and pay your own rent. And most of the time, I suggest a room. A room. If you get an apartment your first time, you're probably gonna lose it. You know why? Because you're not gonna pay your water. You're not gonna pay your electric. You're not gonna pay your heat. You're gonna forget to do all this shit because you're a newbie. Trust me, you're not that organized yet. And if you are, then go for it. Prove me wrong. Now, second level, car and learning. Once you got these things, okay, you're going to move on to these two, car and learning. Now, the reason why you want a car, obviously you want a car so you can get around. You need to get from point A to point B. So you hopefully now, your job should be pretty close to where you live, because you're walking, because you came from the bottom up. Okay, so now you're working on getting a car. Get yourself a car. Call your mommy and daddy up. Say, "Mommy and daddy, please, get a car." You know what I mean? Maybe mommy and daddy will love you with a fucking car. And that's love. If your mom and dad did that, my mom did that for me. She gave me an awesome old Subaru from 1988 that was fixed up, and that thing was so sick, and I abused it and acted like one of the one of the clowns from Dukes of Hazzard in that thing, and I took that motherfucker airborne. It was fun too, and I did a lot of other bad shit in that car too. But whatever. So after you get a car, you want to learn, okay? Whatever you're learning about, remember this. Remember this. First thing you want to do is you want to ask yourself, don't ask yourself too much, to be honest. Most 2-year colleges, you'll get in and out, or most not even at college. Maybe you want to just you want to learn anything. Go to a class. Go go on the internet, look for like little things to do, art classes, look for little music events. Go to an event, go to a music event, meet people. Literally, go to music events. There's music events everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, go out, see, learn. But remember, this is a little breakdown for something for you. Out of your income, you make sure your bills are paid first. You break down your income. If you make $1,000 every 2 weeks and your rent is $500 a month, okay, or you're not gonna make that much, actually. You're not gonna make that much. If you're a little newbie, you'd probably be making more like $600 or $700, maybe even $500 every 2 weeks. You make $500 every 2 weeks. Your rent's 500. You know what you gotta do? You gotta pay your rent first, or you put away. Don't do that. The only way you ever spend money out of priority money is if you have that money already in a savings, so that way in case your job doesn't come through, you have to make sure that in case you get fired, you're cool. Trust me, that's not something you want to come up on you. So one of your first things, actually, I missed down here. Savings should always be through this. So where's my marker? Savings should always be through this. This is savings should always trickle down. But I put that on the upper level, but it really should trickle down a little bit. You should always save a little bit because you gotta be prepared for any emergency. Better be prepared. Now, you can be egotistical and just be like, fuck it, I know what I'm doing. No, you don't. I know what I'm doing. Trust me. You don't have to, but you can be. It's fine if you don't. Don't matter, man. That shit don't affect me. Now, savings, fun, and investment. Once you get up to the third level, once you've acquired a job, once you're working enough that you have, a place to go, you have, food on the table, you're taking care of your bills, like when I was 20 years old, by that time I had already had one apartment, 3-bedroom apartment with a garage, a dog, and a car, and the car was from my mom. Now, as fast as I got that shit, I lost it all. You know why? Because I didn't know what I was doing. So that's why I'm trying to put you on to this shit. Now, once you get the job, you got food on the table, home. These two are paid first, okay? This supports this. Okay, most of the time, this is only gonna really support this. Now, if you want to do other stuff, the reason I say learning is because you can do this first. Car is useful. You should focus on getting that. It's important because it'll help you support this. It'll help you support this. You have to keep building down. All your power has to go down this too. Can't just go up. It has to go down too. It has to be a full force thing. Now, this and this, okay, are supported by this. This is what gives you a way to get more of the. Let me see what the dollars here. The dollar sign's actually useful. It's like I feel like it's a satanic symbol. We'll put the little devil's horns. Put the happy devil with the dollar sign. Devil, okay. Dollar sign devil. Satan of dollars. Okay, that's he likes like actually give him a beard too. It's money Satan. Okay, so this comes from this. Okay. Even though the dollar's satanic, you have to figure out how to. It's like a priest. Okay, you could be a fake priest, and you could be in any old church. Or you could be a real priest, and you could be exercising bodies. You know? So, there we go. Sometimes you gotta get used to being around some money. Sometimes you gotta be used to getting around some risk, some danger, a little bit. Sometimes you gotta stare your demons in the face. Sometimes you gotta grab Satan by the horns, and take that motherfucker. And so you know what? Sometimes you gotta have faith. Put it like that. Have faith. With faith, anything is possible. There are no limits. Now, back on. So, job, food, home, all supported by this. This is what supports your job, your food, and your home right now. This. Okay, but we can take control over this motherfucker. Trust me, we're stronger than him. We're stronger than him. Got me? You on the path now? Now, second thing. Car. You want to use this to support all of this shit. You want to keep it going and don't lose it. Remember what it was like to be when you were down here walking? You were a piece of poop on the dirt. Now you're somebody that now you're actually a piece of dirt, not just a piece of poop. So here, once you get this, okay, you can really support this. And then as long as you keep that going, you're cool. Keep going up. Don't fucking drop down once you're all on this good path up. Now, go into this, okay? Learning. That's the next step. Now, let's say like this. I'm probably at this stage. Well, actually, you know what? I've been in and out of upper stages too before, but you got to try different industries. You can't just stay in one industry. You got to try everything out. So, anyhow, learning. The reason why this is important is because no matter what you're doing, whether you're learning how to go out and DJ, or you're learning how to fucking, make music, or you're learning how to go out there and paint, or if you're learning how to, it doesn't have to be artistic. You could be learning how to sell property, you could be learning how to invest your money, you could be learning how to step your way up, or, you could be learning other stuff that interests you, things that you love. If you really have passion in them, whatever it is, do what you should follow. Follow what your heart tells you, what you really loved. What did you love from the beginning? What was your passion? If it was being a homo, then go be a homo. Now, second thing, okay? Once you got these two, all right, and you got all these in unison, your car's insured, honestly, you should be insured, even though you don't legally have to be. And I don't care what any cop tells you. I don't care what any law they pass. The Constitution of the United States of America, as long as you're not driving for business purposes, like Uber, you have to be insured. Anybody driving to make money, you have to be insured. But anybody not driving to make money, honestly, you don't legally have to be insured. You know why? Because the U.S. Constitution states that you legally have the right to travel by your own means, at your own leisure, in the confines of the United States of America as a United States citizen. So anything that conflicts that or obstructs that right to travel at your leisure, because it is your right to travel by your own means, whether it be through a travel vessel, a boat, ship, whatever, because those things did exist when they wrote the U.S. Constitution. Things like, horse and carriage, and, I know that much at least. So, now, car, job, food, a little lesson for you, home, learning, okay? Now you want to move on to the next level. Once these are all in unison, and this is a brick you know, you got this shit working, your job's cool, whatever it is, you know, depending on who you are, you know, you can figure out cycles to move through different jobs. Okay, but I can talk about that with you later. Like there's more subject matter to be discussed as far as that goes. Food, okay, home, all that, we support all that stuff together, the car and the learning. Okay, this is if you're doing it by yourself. This is if you're doing it by yourself, because there are people out there that are doing it by themselves. Now, at young ages. Now, savings, fun, and investment. What do you want to do with that? Let's see. Well, you gotta be honest with yourself when it comes to that one. You gotta be really, really ready to just commit to something. So I would recommend, in the time that you spend in your home, with your job, with your food, with your car, with your learning, and whatever time you spend, you want to definitely, you definitely want to think. Take some time to think. Think about what you want out of life. You know? And then when you have a good idea of where you want to go and what direction you want to go in, don't let somebody else. Another thing I would like to suggest to you is don't let somebody else, because I don't know how you are. I don't know if you were as resistant as I was to listen to to following other people's habits. But you know, most people aren't that isolated. Most people are very social at the beginning of their life. But I wouldn't follow somebody else's path. I'd follow what you decide you want. Decide yourself what you want. And then go from there. If you don't get somebody knocked up or have kids or, you know, get pregnant. So saving, fun, investment. Now, what are you going to do for investment? That's not something I can give you the answer to yet, but I'm on my way there. And I don't like to suggest things as far as that category goes yet, because I don't want to get tied up in if somebody makes a bad decision. So, fun, as far as that goes, you definitely want to have fun, go out there and do things and savings and that.